Fascism or democracy? The choice is yours. It's too easy to get bogged down in specific details, so let us look at the big picture so we can see what is actually going on in this country. First of all, we have a quota of 3,000 illegal immigrants that are supposed to be picked up daily. Then we have show your papers, please, to prove that you're a citizen in this particular case. I read that the vice president suggested that people call up someone's employer if they left negative comments about Charlie Kirk or if they didn't show enough emotion in regards to his death. In other words, let's turn into a nation of informers. Not showing enough emotion is right out of the North Korea playbook. Over there, if you don't show enough emotion to the leader, you may get fired with an artillery shell. In the US, you may get fired from your job, at least for now. Clearly, these are attacks against First Amendment rights coming directly from the Vice President of the United States. The President says he is going to declare Antifa a terrorist organization. The problem is, Antifa stands for anti-fascist and is merely a concept and is not an organization. Essentially, the President wants to outlaw an idea. Who would want to outlaw anti-fascist ideas? Why, a fascist himself, of course. Certain elements of our society have been demonized as the enemy. Gays, transgender, Democrats, Biden, George Soros, etc., etc. Richard Nixon had an enemies list also. It appears that Trump's enemies list is bigger than Nixon's because Trump seems to include anyone who disagrees with him about anything. The president is moving military troops around the U.S. for dubious reasons. He has also moved armaments into the Caribbean, apparently aimed at Venezuela. The president ordered the bombing of a speedboat off the coast of Venezuela that killed 11 people that were apparently no threat whatsoever to the U.S. or anyone else for that matter. I also read that he blew up another boat containing 3 people. He has also threatened Panama, Mexico, and Greenland, all of which are our allies. You should keep in mind that when Trump was running for office, he claimed he would be the most peaceful president ever. Donald Trump's family is making a fortune from his presidency, even though the president is not supposed to be capitalizing on his office. Congress and the Supreme Court have done little to rein Trump in, and as a matter of fact, they appear to be enabling him. Does all this sound familiar? It should, because it is what Germany went through in the 1930s and much of what North Korea is going through today. Furthermore, it was Donald Trump who created the current divisive political environment, starting with his racist lies about President Obama not being a U.S. citizen. I believe the USA is truly at a crossroads in the choices between democracy and fascism. Think carefully and wisely before you choose.